Welcome to Live with Aaron and Kelly. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan. And I love every time you do your little dance, Aaron.
That's right.
It's so cute. For those that are listening, make sure you go to our actual YouTube and watch the videos because Aaron's got the moves.
I love Vassie's music. You know Vassie's on the Yo Play commercial, right? Or no,
yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I was up near San Francisco this week and I saw it up there and I was like, this is so cool. Vassie's following me everywhere.
Know.
Notice how I made it where she's following me, I'm not following her.
Vassie, we got to hang out sometime. We're always like Facebooking and stuff. We're like, yeah, we're going to get together in Hollywood sometime, but we need to make it happen.
Yeah, we have a huge show for you. We've got 2 guests in the studio. Normally we have one, then we have one on the telephone, but we brought them in. They would have liked it if we have flown them in, but they drove in. We have Rick Najera here and Jim Belanger. We're not going to want to go. Oh, not yet. Our cameraman's going already to our.
Because he's so excited.
Yeah, he's so excited. But we'll go to that in a minute.
I think we took a couple shots before the show. We're that excited here at the Live with Aaron and Kelly.
Yeah, and we've got, you're going to not want to miss this. We're going to talk later about this new book, Almost White, Forced Confessions of a Latino in Hollywood.
I love that title.
And I'm telling you, you just pick it up. You know, I judge a book by the first, by
the cover?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. I read it, for the first, 20 minutes. I give it 20 minutes. If I'm not captivated in 20 minutes, I put it down. Needless to say, I was captivated. So, yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of being captivated, how was your weekend, Mr. Host of the LA Art House Film Festival, Aaron M. Sanchez?
That was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it was fun. The filmmakers, there were a total, I think, of 6 that ended up being there, and they all got their awards. Mm-hmm. And normally you do it all the time. And now I could see why it's like, I almost emailed him back and said, if you don't need Kelly anymore, you can go ahead and take me.
I know. Aaron's like, well, if you're out of town again and they ask you to host it, I can totally host it. I'm like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But they're good. They're good people over there, right? It's a fun festival. It's really fun.
It is. And the films were very interesting. We're probably going to have a couple of them even on our show later on in the year. But some great stuff there. And you went out of town.
I did. I went to Missouri for the program Step It Up with my business partner, Hannah Stedman, and we taught at 3 different dance studios, and we teach a dance class, but I also make the dancers slate. We go into a little improv exercise as if they were auditioning for commercials.
That's cool.
Nice.
So these kids are not used to this. They're used to getting a combination from a choreographer, and we just pushed so much out of them. Uh-huh. And so I have to give a huge shout out to Tiffany Blansett of Tiffany's Performing Arts Center, Darcy Pierce Blanchard of Darcy's School of Dance, and Jennifer and Kristen Rice over at Center Stage Academy. Now, we've been to Darcy's before, but the other studios were new for us, and we taught up to I think between the 3 studios about 150 kids.
Wow.
So it was amazing, and we think a couple of them are going to come out for our summer program, the Step It Up intensive. So we're excited. There's a couple 17, 18-year-old girls that are very good, and they're great performers. So
it was cool.
Get them at that age. Oh, did you?
Wait, Rick, I didn't hear that.
I graduated from Darcy's dance studio myself.
I think
That's the move.
I think we're gonna have to have Rick do a little dance later on sometimes. What do you think? We might have to get a little music ready for him.
Wow, I'm learning things all the time about you. I thought I read up on your bio and here.
That's something I don't talk about. I threw my back out in a weird dance accident.
Right.
No.
It was during the time of the Macarena, and I don't know what happened.
Nice.
The Macarena's quite challenging.
Macarena. Okay.
It was when it was painful. I was kept in that position for nearly 2 weeks.
Oh gosh! Oh my gosh!
I'd love to see that.
Kelly, now I'd like to see you kind of bust a move with Rick.
I think we might have to do that.
Yes.
Or should we do that after the interview, or what do you let me know?
Well, we don't want to throw him out
I'm ready
before.
let's get the
I got
interview,
the
and then we're gonna do a
music
little
going.
dance battle.
I gotta work out a little bit before that. I gotta stretch out. I luckily have my jazz warmer.
Oh, your warm up. You got your warm up.
I wear jazz warm-ups where the feet, what is it called?
Oh yeah, the warm ups.
Yeah,
the leg
warm-up.
warmers.
I wear jazz leg warmers.
I love that they're jazz leg warmers, only for jazz.
Wait,
Yeah.
one thing. What color are they?
Well, these are black because I want to look cool and hip.
Okay.
I can wear
And
them out
black
in
is
public.
cool and hip.
I can wear them out in public.
Public. All right. Represent.
My jazz leg warmers. It looks really good, especially in this mall that I've been in. It's
Hey, it's
Oh
okay.
God! Could you imagine him walking through this mall with some leg warmers and a leotard?
I'm picturing it. Yes,
Yeah.
I can see it.
I I'm about to step it up.
That's right. I love it. I love
step
it.
it
Way to
up.
plug that. I
Awesome.
love it.
I like it.
Love it.
All right, so as you can tell, we have Rick in the studio, ready to go, and we're going to talk more about Rick's book in a minute. But I just want to do a quick shout out to Solar Universe. I got to go up and tour their facility this week. They're near San Francisco, and some great stuff with solar. It's almost like a no-brainer to do solar, but we'll talk about it in the weeks ahead. But
Nice.
Solar Universe, fantastic
Very cool. I
company
can't
out
wait
there.
to hear about
Well,
that.
Yeah.
it's not going away. It's not going
Solar?
away. The
Solar-
solar is not going away.
I-
And if it does, we don't need it anymore. That's the whole point.
We won't have the sun if we don't.
Exactly. I was just
You
going
won't
to say
need
that.
it. There's no sun. You really don't need
Sci-fi.
electricity.
That would be very
Sci-fi.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a sci-fi moment.
There
Right?
you go.
Yeah.
Shot right here at the San Bernardino Carousel Mall.
Why not? We've got Rick the writer. We've
Yeah.
got the financier. We've
But,
got.
you can't do it without the financier. That's the most important man in this room. Trust me.
Love it.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got more with Rick Najera, Jim Belanger. We've got more to talk about 54now.com. You're going to go, in fact, go ahead and check that out, 54 Now. And at the same time, listen to our advertisers so that everybody gets paid here.
That's right. And we may have time for a question. I'm not sure, but if you guys feel like calling, you might get through. Call 888-909.
1050.
Thank you. 1050. There's a pole in the way. Sorry, guys. My
What?
pole's
Not that
here.
kind of pole.
My pole's here.
My pole was in
No,
the way. I'm
joking.
so sorry.
888-909-1050. We'll be right back.
Every time you go, I just want you to stay. Cause I think that you might have me falling for your love. You got me falling for your love. Every time I take off, my feet can't touch the ground.
Welcome back to Live with Aaron and Kelly. Kelly, sometimes we have to get the guests just to call in. It's
Yes.
very hard for them
Yes.
to actually drive in.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
Right, Rick?
When my publicist said, hey, you want to go on Aaron Kellen Live? And I was like, Aaron and Kelly, yeah, of course, I love those guys. And they said, and I set it up, and they go, oh, it's the interview's like 2:00. And I'm like, no problem. And then I do the thing, my app. I look and it goes, an hour and 30 minutes from here.
Oh,
And it looked like Vegas on my thing. I was like, what are these guys insane?
Yes,
And then
we
there's
are.
an airport next to your radio station.
You could have flown in.
I could have flown in. It would have been up, down, and I would have been out.
We need to work that
Yeah.
into our budget.
Right?
Like, flying
Get
in our
Southwest
guests. Yeah.
involved. Why not?
We're working on it.
I
We're
love
working on it.
Southwest.
You could have a baby called Southwest instead
Just
of
like Kanye and,
no, totally
Northwest.
different.
There's
Yeah.
Northwest.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but now you're Southwest.
Because it's
You could
Latino.
get yes,
So it's south of the border.
exactly.
And she's white, so it's west.
There you go.
So south
Bam.
and then west. Southwest.
Yeah. That makes more sense than Northwest.
That's
Kanye.
what-
First of all, I'm not pregnant. Second of all, I'm
Well,
not
wait,
naming my kids
I'm just naming
Southwest.
it just ahead of time. Okay,
Hilarious.
but
Don't get those rumors started.
we want to thank Rick for coming into the studio. Rick, you've got this fantastic book, Almost White, Forced Confessions of a Latino in Hollywood. It's blowing up right now online, getting all of the books. I've seen great praises, not to mention the ones that you have back here, but you've got
Dude, wait, you got to name who he's got on here because this is my favorite right
Yeah, that's
here.
true. Okay.
Edward James Olmos. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And it's funny because
Come on, dude.
he's actually turned into a good friend. I mean, it's kind of funny because I went to. He's such a serious kind of guy, and me next to him is like, what a combo that is. But we would go hiking together, so we could actually go hiking together. And this guy can move. It's like embarrassing.
I'm laughing because I know your personality. It's
Yeah.
so funny, and his is very serious.
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about on these hikes?
It's like, keep walking, Rick. Don't stop. You will die. Keep walking. So it's like that. Not like, I'm dying here. Just keep walking. Experience the struggle of our people. So I'm going up the hill. Imagine the great pyramids of Tenochtitlan and holding a large stone. This is what you're feeling now. So, this will, and then there's...
How does he order? Because you've gone to dinner with him.
Yes.
How does he order dinner?
There's a lot of contemplation. He's looking at the menu. It's like, I want something to eat that will fill me and be good for me, yet at the same time impact the environment in such a good way. Take only memories, leave only footprints. So he's very
Very passionate.
I
very
love
passionate.
him.
No, but I'm a
great
big
Yeah,
fan.
he is.
Yeah.
And so this is what he said, if you're wondering. He said, Latinos, Hollywood, culture, and politics. Rick Najera is a creative force. He makes me laugh, and he makes me think.
Yeah, no,
That's very powerful.
There's a whole chapter where me and Eddie are hiking up in the hills, and we worked on this campaign together. And this man comes up and he goes, God bless you. And first he goes, looks at Eddie, goes, "Hey, you're you." And Eddie goes, "Yeah, I'm me." He goes, "You're you. God bless you for working on this campaign." He goes, "Thank you." Well, Rick's the media guy, and he's like, "Well, God bless you both." And it's like, it was just such a nice moment. And this is the day of the campaign, and we're most likely going to lose. But that's the thing about him, is he will, if he believes in something,
He'll see it to the end, huh?
he'll stay it to the end. He's truly a man of his
He's
convictions.
committed, just like you. Yeah, I mean, you've been so committed that you've gone to things even when you were sick.
Oh yeah, no, I will. Just this morning, getting here, I was committed. This shows the kind of commitment it was.
I know. I appreciate.
Most people would be like, "Oh, Aaron, I'm really not feeling well today."
Hey, we've gotten that.
Hold on. I've pulled that one before.
Yeah.
No, I would never.
It's also how you live your life. If you live your life, you give your word, you should keep it. And I'm always reminded of that, because if I tell someone I'm going to show up at an event or whatever, I'm pretty good about that. And I've never done the. It takes a coma to keep me from.
Which you've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, you go into that at the very beginning of your book, and that's just your experience. That's what drew me in right away. And I was like, wow. And then I got to the next part, and then you go back to your mother and how that relationship was. Can you describe just?
Well, my mother, it was funny. She's Mexican, but she was from Boone, Iowa. So I grew up on good old Midwestern food. It was like ham, ambrosia salad, green peas, all wrapped in a flour tortilla. So that was her take on everything. And so it was that mixture. And she's from the Midwest. They're always like, "Rick, be nice. Be nice." So everything was about,
true.
It's true.
you gotta be nice.
That's Kelly.
And it'd be like, you want a sandwich or whatever they used the washer or something. It was like, and so it was that thing, but she was very Mexican too. It's the same time. So she was, she was the one, because she met my father, was definitely, Chicano, a flask of liquor in his pocket and looked like a zoot suiter. And she would tell me this, you don't look like a pachuco. And I would be like, what the heck's a pachuco? So she was really about, you got to get educated, and she really had really strong Midwestern values, which she included in our Mexican and Latino values. So it was a very special relationship, because she made me laugh. She's one of those women that they would, like, I would, in the midst of being angry, one time I'm like, saying something, and she hears me cuss. And she goes, "Don't cuss, Rick." And I go, "What do you mean? Don't cuss." In the old days, people cussed only unless it was appropriate. So I go, "Oh yeah, you mean like in Custer's Last Stand?" The guy looks out and goes, "Wow, look at all the beep Indians." So she goes, "Exactly. Now that would be appropriate." So
Oh my god!
and she would, she's got a great sense of humor, and she's a wonderful woman. It really is. And my father too. He passed away, but I had a great relationship with my parents. So when I think Latino, I think of them, and they're my heroes. So I have such a good feeling toward my culture that when I say Latino or Mexican American or all our Latinos, I have a great love for the culture. But Latinos are inclusive. You don't have to be Latino to hang out with us.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. I know. I'm the biggest gringa ever, and I grew up around Puerto Ricans. I mean, half my friends have the.
In fact, that's what we try to make our show. All inclusive.
That's the good part. Because the Latinos, we're inviting. We invite. It's Moctezuma invited Cortez into Tenochtitlan. Bad mistake for him. But it's like, come on. Cortez is like, "Is there any gold there? I just want to visit, okay? The bed and breakfast with my boys. Let's go visit." So, Tenochtitlan, Moctezuma was like, "Okay, I trust little folklorico dancer. Let him in. Go ahead." So it was, so that's how we are. We're inviting people.
Now, how long has this book idea been with you? Was it just like spur of the moment, or have you been thinking about this?
No, it was very much. They approached me and they said, "Do you have a book in you?" Which was a weird.
Wait, a book in you?
Book in you? And
I don't know.
I've had a lot of things in me. A lot of food, a lot of drinking, a lot of things, but never been a book inside me. So there's got to be a book inside you, and so the editor is Sarah Woodruff. She's a great. She did R. Kelly's book and all sorts of different people's books. And so I said, well, like here's some of the writing I was thinking, and I sent it to her. Oh, this is great. We're gonna do it, and they commissioned it.
Wow.
They said, they give an advance, and all of a sudden when they give you a check, you go, oh, I got to do this book. I got to do this book. And then I started writing it, and of course she's a tough editor. She'd be like, okay, yeah, but I don't get this. I'd be like, because you're not Mexican. It's
Yeah.
Menudo is part of the food chain. So
champions.
Yeah. So I would turn around and I'd explain it to her, and because of it, the book really helped to become a bridge for Latinos and others. And I think that's the great thing about it, is that we live in a world that's inclusive. Latinos are very inclusive as people. And I'm married to a white Anglo woman. Shout out to Susie.
Susie's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great, but she's white, and I did not marry her because she's white. I want that to be known publicly now. I married her because I thought she was rich. So I just want to clear that up.
What?
And
Yeah. Oh, he's the biggest one.
yeah, she wasn't rich, which was really unfortunate. But she did fix my credit. And that was a really nice thing. 'Cause you marry a white woman, you get credit cards.
Sure,
Your
it's
credit
automatic.
gets
It just went like 500 points up. I was like, bizarre. Yeah, it's true. So,
my
but
gosh.
she's in the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. She has a blog called the Mexico Report. It's very popular. So when I met her, I thought she was Latina, to tell you the truth. And then when we settled down, I realized she wasn't. But our kids are Mexicans. They are,
Mexicans?
Mexicans.
Yeah,
They're,
that's
so they're Irish and Mexican, so
Right.
that makes them Mexicans. And my son learned Spanish. I sent him to a
Good.
full Spanish
Good
language.
for you. That's awesome.
I want to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
still
too.
trying to learn.
It's called Spanish waterboarding, the school he goes to. So it's like, agua, repítame, agua.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so he speaks Spanish correct. So it's a little terrifying.
Whether he likes it or not.
Whether he likes it or not, he speaks it. And I did a bet with him. The fight happened? I was so proud.
Yeah.
So there's the Mayweather and Canelo fight, and so he goes, and so he wants to bet. And I go, you really want to bet with me? He says, yes. He's 10 years old. And I go, okay, who are you gonna bet on? And he goes, I bet that Canelo's is going to win. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you. That is so Mexican. It's so great. And then I see Canelo. He's this red-haired leprechaun-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a Canelo. How you doing? I'm going to fight that Mayweather. Yeah, from Mexico City. How you
That's
doing?
hilarious.
So my son is what the whole fight. And I said, what do you win? I go, what do you want to bet? And he goes, if I lose, I will water the plants for a month. And I go, and what if you win? He goes, if I win, I get an Xbox.
Oh.
Smart. All he wants is an Xbox.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, oh, good bet, because most likely you're not gonna really water.
Yeah.
So we bet, and I'm watching him do the whole fight, and he's like, oh, I'm seeing the whole thing. And when Canelo loses, it just everything dropped. So now I'm like going, okay, I gotta get him an Xbox. I'm gonna get him an Xbox, and I'll put it out, and I'll say, don't bet.
That's hilarious.
That's a good lesson,
That's a great
actually.
one.
That's a
yeah.
Yeah, because you could have just turned him into a bettor for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if he won, then it would have
Yeah,
been
then
like,
it'd be like, oh,
Great,
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Guys, do this a little more.
I got 40 on the Giants.
yeah.
Then he would have written his book and said, well, Rick,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
dad.
My dad
encouraged
taught me how to bet.
Yeah.
to gamble.
Yeah. Now you pull no punches in this, and you really do tell the truth of what you've gone through. And what's been the response with people that have read that? And said,
It's funny
wow,
because
Rick.
a lot of people are surprised at the honesty. Comedy has a lot of honesty in it, but you can deflect it away from you necessarily. But in this one, I talk about everything. I mean, it's not a tell-all book because people are like, "Oh, you tell some tales about Hollywood." I'm like, "Look, I did a movie with Paris Hilton. Trust me, I could do a tell-all book.
Yeah.
Or I've done movies with different people, but I wanted to be about Latinos. I wanted to be a positive book, and I wanted to be a book that people would enjoy reading and go away with a feeling that we are the bridge. I say this. I go, Latinos are not the problem. We are the solution. And that's the feeling of the book, and it's a world that's inclusive, and that's the world I want to live in because I have children, and I talk about that in the book. So it is very honest. I talk about being in the coma and waking up, and it's when you're in a hospital, they take everything away from you. I mean, you're practically,
Right.
I was in a bed, and the nurses would come up, and I love this. When I was in there, they'd wake me up in the night, and I'd be like, after I came out of the coma, they'd wake me up and goes, wake up, and I'd like 2 a.m, and I go, what's going on? we're going to give you a shot. And I'd be like, you could have kept me asleep. Now I'm aware you're waking me up.
I'm fully
It's
aware
not
of the
like,
pain.
it's Christmas. Wake up. Go to the tree down there. It's like, wake up. We're going to give you a shot. And I was like, thank you. I'm trying to tell her, please don't wake me up. Give me
do
a
it.
shot. I'd be like dreaming of mosquitoes or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was.
Go right back to bed.
Oh,
Be fine.
I was,
yeah.
I was in the bed at one point. I'm like, I'd like to get out and go to the bathroom. So she's like, just go in the bed. We'll clean it up. I'm like, no, God, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
man.
So I was crawling. I'm crawling to the thing. That was my first steps. And it was like you have to hang on to your dignity. And it's a strange thing. Although they did do one thing. They wanted the therapy to get my brain back. Is they brought in a little dog for me.
What kind?
It was a little like poodleish cocker spaniel, kind of a rescue dog. It was really cute. And
Nice.
they brought him in, and then they charged me like $700 for therapy. It was like I noticed the bill. It was like, oh
For
yeah,
the dog?
I was like, where's
Did
this?
the dog get paid?
It was
A cut of it?
Yeah, I don't know if he did. Otherwise, the dog should have been a lot happier.
Yeah,
It really-
exactly.
The dog should have been like, jumping up and down and massaging my back or something.
Yeah,
It was
go
like-
to the doggy
like,
spot.
this dog was like, come in. Yeah, there's a dog. I felt like I was 90. They bring it. Look, there's a dog for you. And I'm like, hey, dog.
Isn't that funny when you're in the hospital? You always feel much older than you are.
do,
You're like,
you do.
"Damn, you're so old.
I know. I felt really old, and then I would, I'd walk, and I looked pretty bad because my head had been, severely wounded, and I think when people saw me, if this is the normal thing. They'd walk up and they'd go, "Oh God, Rick." Really crying. Yeah, people had tears in their eyes,
man.
and it would be freak me out. But am I dying? What's going on? Stop crying. So it was unique. But then coming back, I went through a lot of things what people do in a major trauma like that. It was emotions were tough. My memory a lot was gone, and a week later I was giving a speech at the World Bank. And then,
Nice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Nice.
which I don't know what I said, but I hopefully, the world, no one's going to war over it, so that was fine. I think I told the World Bank, was like, well, obviously I was surprised you called me, because obviously you didn't check my credits. So, from the World Bank.
At the World Bank.
That is
But I got booked at the World Bank because I'm with Tavis Smiley's High Quality Speaker Bureau. So they call up and I'll speak at Google and Facebook or whatever. And it's unique, but I when I spoke to the World Bank, I said, hey, there's 270 different nations here in Washington, and every one of you is a miracle. And you look to your left, there's a miracle, and look to your right, the miracle. And I go, look on stage, I'm
Right.
a miracle.
Right.
A week ago, I was in a coma.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
they were all hush and quiet, and then of course I went to comedy. I said, "This is a Mexican work ethic." I knew I was getting paid, so I was like ripping everything out of my arm.
Bandages
Yeah, the
and-
agent called. Like, "We got you that job." I was like, "What job?" "You just speak at the World Bank." Okay. What? Everyone's saying something's wrong with you, Rick. No, I'm fine. I'll be there. So then it was like
like a true performer.
it was
like
like
a true
It was like a Steven
performer.
Seagal '90s movie. Like, coming out of the coma, I'm whipping out tubes. Taking it. I'm gonna get paid. I gotta go. So
You're committed.
I got on a plane and
Yeah.
my father, because of the Mexican work ethic. My dad, he had gone to Vietnam and he was a civil servant, so he was working there. And I said, "So when'd you go to Vietnam?" He goes, "Oh, I went there during that holiday to work. A lot of overtime." I go, "What holiday?" He goes, "It starts with a T, I think." I go, "It's not Thanksgiving. It's Vietnam. Where is it?" And he goes, "Tet." I go, "You went to Vietnam during the Tet Offensive?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, a lot of overtime." And that's a Mexican work ethic. No other people goes, "Hey, it's like the Katrina happened. Every Mexican was coming up from Mexico going, I'm going to fix this. No problem. We're going to put some sod there. Everything will be okay, people." And once we start, Atlanta was putting the Olympics, and once we fix, we stay. So it's the good thing about our people.
Well, Rick, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to have more of you. We're going to have a little bit more of Jim as well, talking about 54 now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's 5-4 now.
It's okay.
And I always do that. It's 5-4 now. Go download it right now. 5-4 now. That's the app. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Man's a genius, and
Yes.
I may get an Xbox deal. I'm being.
I know, right? Okay, more.
That's hilarious.
I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
We'll be right back right after this.
Twist. Running round my mind, I got you all up in my biz. You're flawless with your moves, boy, I like your mom every day. And I don't understand why I'm feeling this way. Cause every time you go, I just want you to stay. Cause I think that you
Welcome back to Live with Aaron and Kelly. Rick is keeping us amused and entertained. We wish you were here, but thank you so very much for tuning in, and you can chat with us online and call in 888-909-1050. Now we've got a very interesting app, and I want to preface this by saying we have got one of the most intelligent people, other than Rick, and other than Kelly, and other than myself, most intelligent people, and Mia, and our cameraman.
Oh my goodness.
One of the most intelligent people in the world, because he came up with Gamer Doc originally, and that's how we met Jim way back when he started Gamer Doc with all of the games, and he is a gamer, right?
A large child, yes.
You know, it's amazing. To show you how smart he is, I saw him bend a spoon with his mind.
I
That's
saw
the kind of stuff
that
he
was
does.
pretty good. Yeah, exactly.
Very intelligent man.
Now, Jim, you were able to come up with this app, 5-4 Now. Tell us, what is 5-4 Now for the person that first downloads it? Why do they want to download it?
I want to listen to Rick some more. He's too much fun. So sorry. No, I'm just kidding. 5 for Now, one day I came home, there was 4 yellow pages on my doorstep, and I went, wow, that's kind of weird. It's working. There's no more yellow trees. They've made them all extinct. So I grabbed them, threw them away, went in and had a glass of wine, and said, hang on a second. I didn't do that right. I went back outside, grabbed them, went to put them in the recycle bin, and I kept one. The next morning I get up, and I start reading the yellow pages, and I leap through in Irvine, California, and there's over $2 million of advertising. And I said, little mine, he talked about work ethic. Mine's a different ethic up here. Said, I want some of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I did some research on the yellow pages and come to find out that a bunch of those books, about 60% of them go from the printing place right to the landfill. They're never even delivered.
Whoa.
Another 30% from the numbers, and it gets all jumbled from here on, are thrown away in 24 hours.
Sure, I
Wow.
believe that.
So what a wonderful thing. And when was the last time you used the yellow pages?
I remember Eisenhower's president, and I needed to find something in the yellow pages. So it was a soul food restaurant. They didn't have them back then.
No.
So that would
would
be
have wrapped
great.
it up in a tortilla.
That would be great, because in our app now it's all geocoded based on right where you're standing. And when I search for something on Google, I get only 30 or 40 million results, some from Chihuahua and other places that mean nothing to me, but it all has to do with their AdWords and how they do stuff. And that really is not helping me. I really
Right.
only need 5 for now. 5 pizza places, tortilla places, shoe places, dentists, whatever. I don't need 3 million. I can't make a good decision. But I want to make a decision based on where I'm at. I travel a lot.
Right.
And I get into an awful lot of different places, and hey, what's really good? You were mentioning a Mexican restaurant, and they always name the chains because they give money back to them, or they pay the concierge or wherever in the hotel. Small business in this country, when we want to turn this country around, and the only time we've ever turned this country around is on the back of small business. You and I have been friends for a while since we've done this thing, and the Latino community just works. They don't say anything else. They just work. They don't do anything else. They just work. And, that's the kind of things we have to do. Well, we have a fiscal policy in this country where we don't give money to small business. We say there's money available, but there's nothing available. So what we have to do is we set out to create an app that would level the playing field for small business. So if you're going to go up against a big, huge chain, you're going to pay probably about $20 a month for our app right now, because we're just starting out. We've been live for 4 months, where you can literally book appointments and things like that. And I just said, wow, it's got to be a better thing. I don't want a bunch of things flying past and popping up on my internet. I really just want what I'm looking for, not what they want me to see.
Right.
And typically everything we get on the internet now is directed towards us. I'm not really good at listening to people, so we created this app to have a little bit of fun.
Great idea. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's fantastic. And what I like about it too is it gives like a company the simple ability to get scheduling. Even that's pretty cool. Like if I were a hairstylist, which I'm not, but if I were, I know.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
this is perfect.
You were a
If you were a
hairstylist this
hairstylist, you have
morning.
highlights.
I know.
If you're a hairstylist, these would all be highlighted.
Actually, it's true. Like I tried to book my hairstylist before I left up north because it was just getting too long, and I thought, man, it would have been great if I could have just signed on and found out what her number was, or when she had a cancellation, and then fit me in. But it didn't work that way. But you have an app that can do that.
Yeah, and literally in a lot of small businesses, they have different crews. We do a lot of work with GNC, and they literally have they're like personal trainers. And when you want to go into a GNC, I didn't know this. You're my guy. I can't do anything without you. They don't know what their schedule is. Now they put their schedule on the app, and now you get to go in, and when you're a person that you're looking for.
Yeah, I'd be the guy going, I got the steroids. Tuesdays 4 to 6, and I got the steroids. That's all I'm saying.
So we're going to have
cut
to
you
give you
down.
multiple schedules because
Yeah.
you're going to be really busy.
I will be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at the Laker game, and then I'm over here at the big bike show.
Well,
His wife will like
They
that.
need a few more for the Lakers these days. They need some help over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm digressing. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's from Chicago, so
I'm from
if
Chicago,
we were
so I'm-
talking about,
I'm rooting for the Bulls.
yeah,
Sorry.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to.
I don't know where to go from the Bulls, but
Sorry, guys.
We got the bulls by the horns. So
Yeah,
let's-
exactly.
Actually, I spent a lot of time in Chicago in the pizza and restaurant business and things like that. And I just got back from that area, meeting with people, and we're actually going to be working with Illinois State University. We're talking to them about using our app, just trying to make it again without advertising and garbage. I just want some information. Can I get it?
But let's talk about education. You've been able to tie, because again, you're thinking business. I just said salon, and you know they've got so much business. But now, how have you tied it into education? This is interesting.
Well, one of our people, Dr. Jan Carroll, is our vice president of operations, and she has a degree in education, been in it her whole life. And one day I'm sitting at one of our webinars teaching our director of operations, and she starts telling them about, well, we can have these teachers, they can do this, they can post the homework for the kids in the class. And I'm thinking, wow, that kind of made our app kind of huge. Yeah. And I start paying attention a little bit more. And she goes, then what we could do is, parents say, I don't know what the homework is. Oh, just go on our app and you'll see what their homework is for the day.
Oh, that's great.
And if the child clicks on it, then she says, we'll just give the kid like an extra credit point.
Wow.
I'm thinking, wow, that's awesome, Jan.
That's good.
And I'm trying to pay attention like I knew this was coming. She just totally.
That's great.
That happens in our organization. I don't know much.
Too.
And then she says, well, then we'll have the parents log in and check the homework, and they click it, they get another point. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I would have had to go to school and done homework.
Yeah, and
it scared me.
It's so good because I'm a parent, and now my kids are asking me to do their homework. They'll go, hey, will you help me? And I go, Daddy's stupid. I cannot figure that out at all.
Hard though, especially how old are your kids
Well, now my kids are 10,
Yeah.
and that's, that's
10.
way past my math ability.
exactly.
It really is. I can't really help them. And my daughter's like 5. That's even further than my literary. So they're getting into stuff that I just don't understand. And I'm like, I can point at things. I'd be like, yes, ooh, there, do that. So it's not good. So if that app helped me with homework, I would grab it.
Well,
I'll grab
does it help them get a better grade then?
Actually, from the students that we have, mostly science teachers, and we have an entrepreneurial kind of coaching guy down in Temecula, Chaparral High School, that uses it. He let me teach and talk to his children, and it was really a fun experience to talk to all these wonderful children down there. And there were these 2 young girls in different periods.
In Calexico?
In Calexico, yeah.
Man, that's as about Mexican as you can get.
That's true. Yeah.
And
Believe me.
they wanted to be partners. They were like 14 and 16 years old. And I said, wow, that's great. What are you going to do? And they're telling me about interior design. And they said, how come you haven't started? And like their heads swelled up. And
That
I'm like,
is
what?
so
And they
cool.
came back at the break and we started talking about it.
Chills.
And I said, we'll just put a green dot on here and we'll get you all signed up. And I'd love to see you be entrepreneurs. And they went, and they started breathing real heavy. And it's like, well, no, we have to get a job first. No, that's the stuff they tell you.
Yeah.
There are no rules. Go get a business.
I mean,
I gave them a
It's
list of
so
things
I
to
would
help
do it.
them get moving.
I would have a 14-year-old kid give me the best SpongeBob front room I've ever seen.
There you
It
go.
would be like, it would be like, oh my God, it's SpongeBob. How'd you do it? Yeah, that'd be great. That's perfect.
Rick's got plenty of ideas ever since
Yes.
his head got hit.
Ever since my head got hit, I got a hit head. All right, there's a hit record and a hit head. So I do get ideas
Rick,
all the time.
do you sing at all? You said
Yeah,
hit record.
I was.
Could you sing a little something for us?
Sure. You guys are really tough. This is like, hasta que te conocí. I was doing a little of that for you guys out there.
That was
Wow.
awesome. That was
Yeah.
great.
He dances, he
I
sings,
sing,
he does
I do
comedy.
comedy. I Shakespeare. I do everything, whatever. But there's not many jobs for Shakespearean actors nowadays.
No.
It's like being a whaler. Now it's gone. It's kind of things like, I'm a Shakespearean actor. When you need Shakespeare, you call me. I get the app. I got a mailing list. You can't believe.
But now you could track him and book him.
Right.
Fly for now.
Yeah, we were talking earlier as he goes around does book signings and things like that. We can
That'd be
track all
great.
that thing. And
Oh.
when you teach your classes,
that would be
we
amazing.
literally have where you can sign up. We did some work with the Temecula Valley Hospital signing people in. And a really exciting part for us, we had over 265 plus literally download our app, sign up, get it right, come in, check in with us, and go on the tour. And we're like, how old are you? And it was really a lot of fun because as we interacted with them, I wouldn't think that they even had a phone that would work.
You know, it's the
But
rave. It's the rave culture.
Awesome. They're awesome.
It's
They're
the
awesome.
rave culture.
They're tech savvy.
They're getting in on. They want to find out about the raves. That's what it's a big problem
Are
with
raves-
65-year-olds.
do
For
they ever-
65-year-old people, they discovered them. So now they're raving. It's pretty crazy out there.
That's hilarious. I want to go.
I want to get this app because I'm telling you, I need to get organized.
Where do people find out more information?
We're at
about it?
you can go to www.5fornow.com. You can spell it any way you want, and you can just click on the links on the first page, or you can go to the App Store. It's called FIVE 4 Now, and at the Google Play or Google Store, it's Google Play. Sorry, it's the number 5, the number 4 Now. I always keep it very confusing because of the graphics and all the people. And
Yeah, it's amazing.
I really have a belief that in business and marketing wise and stuff like that, you really just have to have in a restaurant good food and in an app just a good app. And if you don't have those things, why bother marketing it? Because that's our whole world is about buying. I always tell people if I drink Miller Lite, pretty girls like Kelly will follow me.
And Mia.
And Mia. And sorry, Mia. Okay. I thought he was going to say and me, and I was like, well, that scared me.
No, I thought he said it at first.
was
too. I was like,
feeling
oh my
lonely
god.
for a minute.
Yeah.
He had promised me a Coors Light earlier today, and now he's giving away.
Okay, so I don't believe anything that's in the advertising. We have to
Yeah.
go back to the days when I grew up, when an attorney general actually did something and said truth in advertising, and that's really we're going to fix a lot of things in the world. So we're kind of idealistic over at 5 for Now. We want to see some good things.
We
happen.
didn't even mention that it also is kind of you have to be over a certain number in order to even be continue.
Yeah, as
to
a
be
business, you
included.
have to maintain a 7 or above rating, and you're only rated by people who booked an appointment. So our competition, I can just rate you on. I can't say the name of the thing. I don't want to be mean, but I
Yelp.
can just say something.
I just said
excuse yourself. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I can just say anything I want about you. That
Yeah.
doesn't seem fair to me. And
A lot
the
of
inter-
I know a lot of businesses that have talked about the company, and then I'm just throwing this out there because I already know this about Yelp, but you have to pay a certain amount in order for them to take away those comments as well.
say it isn't so.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
It's not really the
Interest.
truth, anyways.
So
Right.
we don't want to be involved in stuff like that. So you literally book an appointment. The business has to go and say mark paid or no show. If they mark no show, you can still use the app to look for things, but you can never book another appointment till you go back and make it right with that person.
Right.
And then you have to maintain.
Responsibility.
this-
We're gonna.
Yeah.
That's a word you don't hear too much.
Yeah, we want the
these
best
days.
customers
Wow.
and the best businesses.
And could it help promote my book? I mean,
Yes.
it can do that.
Well, when you travel around and you go to different places, we just literally take your green dot and move it wherever you're at.
Wow.
And you can book your appointments. You can just tell your fan base where you're going to be, what times, and you could do that on your webpage, right?
Oh, that's amazing.
Or you can do
That's
that on your
really cool.
Facebook. No, you can just go to
And you
our
can-
app,
and their
and
interface?
it shows up on one little app with no pop-ups. It's very clean. There's not
nice.
dancing
Wait, does it
witches.
post to Facebook or Twitter? Or
It will in
it
their
will?
next
Okay.
edition with pictures and everything. So
Awesome.
we're accelerating all that right now.
Nice.
That's really cool.
I'm there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I'm starting to learn Twitter and all those kind of things, and I try to say good things. I don't want to do that. I'm in Venice having a lemonade, because I don't need.
What's
Purposeful things.
Yeah.
I don't think people need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Do you even drink lemonade?
No, that's why I never gone to Venice. But I got that Twitter, and I was upset about that. I don't drink lemonade. What do you keep twittering me about this? But I think you have to say something that's least meaningful.
Yeah. Purpose.
Yeah.
It's like the Facebook when
Purpose.
people write stuff that's
Yeah.
they're angry at some person you don't know about.
That I'd rather see lemonade in Venice than the angry stuff.
Oh, the angry stuff.
The angry
is-
stuff, like I
Yeah.
go on Twitter and Facebook, and the things that are written about other
Yeah.
people, I am
Yeah.
constantly combating
Yeah.
with that. With love everyone,
Yeah.
don't judge, like
You go, girl.
constantly.
Yeah.
Because
That's right.
people just, and then they hide behind.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like either, because they hide behind like false like identity, especially on
Oh.
Twitter.
Oh, it's like Twitter. It's like
So-
that's what they're doing is they're able to my name's at Rick Najera on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
So at least if it's
You
like
know.
if that little poor kid singing the mariachi song got a racist quote from me, people would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why is he singing the mariachi song? At Rick Najera.
And for those
They-
that don't
they gotta
speak
know.
Spanish, Najera is Najera. So
Yeah.
don't do NAH like
Yeah,
Hera.
NAJ because a J is kind of sneaky.
Nah.
Like the J, it's a J, but it's pronounced like.
It's
So-
cool
Yeah.
though.
So
I
yeah, it's
like
cool.
It.
I'm Rick Najera.
Najera.
Nice. Smooth.
Najera.
Oh.
Rick Najera.
Smooth.
Okay,
Little
so yeah.
Najera.
We have to take a quick
I
break.
know, I
We have to
know.
take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this, and we're going to play a little bit of Taboo on our way out. You're going to stay?
Taboo.
You're going to stay? Stay?
I'm staying.
All right.
Yeah.
Favorite topic.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
back live with Aaron and Kelly, and you know what time it is. It's taboo time. For those of you listening who've never played before, basically, we try to get them to guess a word, and there's about 5 words underneath that word that you cannot say, and it's always the word you want to say.
Yeah.
And I actually think we're going to flip it today. We're going to have our guest do the describing, and me and Aaron are going to try to guess the word. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So who wants to play with me? Oh, God, that
Boy, that you can really fall into that one. Who wants to play?
I'm so sorry.
I'm married, so I really can't.
Mom, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I'm just totally disappointed.
That was.
Sorry.
We were all quiet. We all thought
quiet.
that was an awkward moment right now when Kelly says, "Who wants to play with
Who
me?"
wants to play with me?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
First.
Yeah, no, I want to because
He's like, my wife's watching.
I apologize. I am not that type of person. Oh my God. Okay, so.
that's Hollywood code.
Okay.
All right. Who would like to?
That's how it all starts.
Who would like to taboo with me? It's just getting worse.
Who wants to can we just? I will taboo with you as you because it's a consensual taboo.
The game.
It's not like it's that
All
bad.
right.
It's being videotaped.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Oh God. All right.
I'm sorry,
They're
guys.
gonna be pixelations. They'll throw out.
Who's playing?
Okay, Kelly.
All right. Just click start turn. You have 1 minute.
All right, we got
turn.
this. We got
Kelly.
this.
Eyes.
Mascara.
Oh, that's the word.
You got it though. So hit next.
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 You're good at
You
this,
wanted to
Rick.
say that, but you can't say those.
Oh, okay. Oh, if I eat too much, I become
Overweight, fat, bloated,
I
monstrous,
I have I'm a whale and I have a
stomach, a beached whale,
tongue.
a tongue. I have a tongue.
I am a whale and I eat amounts of krill.
You eat large.
Large. You got it.
Large.
You got it. Okay, you
Go
got
next.
it. Okay, I was hanging near the windows and I hid behind
Curtain. You hid behind a panel, window panel, glass. A windshield.
I couldn't see because there
foggy.
was in front of me a green
Tree. Bush.
Yes. Yes.
Bush.
Now what I do? Now what
Oh,
I
God.
Did it end?
Okay, yeah, it ended.
Okay, then that's it. That was your minute. Okay, so you got 2.
Okay, I got two.
That was good. That was
Awesome,
good.
awesome.
That was really
That was
good.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
That was great.
That's
All right,
good.
Jim.
All right, you got to describe
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I do a little distracting sometimes.
Here we go.
I know you do. I've watched
This is
it
where the
before.
pixelation comes in.
This part.
Your arm.
Closer, but to close.
Oh,
your
no,
arm.
Aaron.
Wrist. Arm.
Come on, Aaron.
Oh, forearm.
It even has it on this part.
Even
that's
has it
a
on this
tongue.
part. Veins.
I'm not wearing a skirt. I'm wearing a...
Thong.
Whoa, you are
wearing a skirt, you're
Aaron.
wearing
Talk
a...
about this earlier? No, I'm sorry.
What does this mean?
This just got real dirty.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, where
This
did you go?
taboo.
with
I'm
this?
sorry.
I
Think right now,
apologize.
so
she
it's,
threw me in that mode.
So what can I
should
see
see
outside?
Prince stick.
What can I see outside your vest?
Lines.
Outside
Oh,
the
outside
vest.
the vest shirt.
Okay, and a part of that is this part right here.
The sleeve.
Wait, Aaron,
There you go, sleeve.
Aaron
Wow.
looked at me like
Yeah,
totally
okay.
lost. You were
Okay.
totally lost. there for
If
a
we go
minute.
next door and I want to eat healthy,
Chinese.
what am I going to have?
Oh, teriyaki.
Oh, he
different
won't,
kind
he
of
won't know.
healthy.
He won't know
Chicken.
because this is healthy.
More like a vegetable.
You don't
Cabbage.
Closer, but it has.
lettuce.
I know.
Yeah, lettuce. There you go. But it's what is that called? A big bowl of.
Lettuce.
A big bowl of is called.
Vegetarian food.
Oh my God! Hello,
A big
Leah,
bowl of
hello. I eat this all
it's
the
over.
time.
I got 1
because
point.
I'm healthy.
It's a salad.
It was
Salad.
a salad.
Oh.
A
Sorry.
salad.
It was too complicated for me.
I got 1 point.
Well, 2-1. Congratulations, Rick.
Oh
Congratulations.
yeah, go to my site www.ricknahara.com if you want to get the book.
Awesome. RickNahara.com and
Jim Belanger, www.5fornow.com.
awesome. And AaronandKellyLive.com.
That's right. Make sure you guys follow Aaron M. Sanchez and Kelly V. Dolan. And if you're in Miami or Fort Lauderdale around October 5th and 6th, go to stepitupllc.com. We're out there teaching.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.